A Florida man is having some pretty big regrets after blowing off concerns of the coronavirus as nothing more than hysteria. Now, in an interview with a local news station, WPTV, rideshare driver Brian Hitchens said that he initially had downplayed the threat of the coronavirus when it first hit. Because of that, like a lot of people who didn't take it seriously, he decided not to wear a mask or do any sort of social distancing. Although, of course, it is a little difficult when you're a rideshare provider to socially distance. And so now I want to show you these quotes. These are mind blowing, right? Quote: I thought it was maybe the government trying something, and it was kind of like they threw it out there to kind of distract us. So, look, in that you get a couple of things, right? For one, anti-government consent, sentiment and conspiracies, right? Like, I don't know, the government's up to something, and they're trying to distract me. Distract you from what? Like, what would the government try to distract you from? They literally released like the information that the Navy has been aware of UFOs, and nobody cared. Literally, it came out with the videos. I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, "Hey, this stuff, UFOs, right? Yes, we admit that we caught this. We have no idea what these are." The rest of the nation's like, "What? Oh, aliens? Who cares?" So, what exactly is it distracting from? Really? I mean, they didn't just pull this virus out of their back pocket. No, no, it's not a distraction. It's mind blowing, like I said. All right. So there's more. He said, I'd get up in the morning and pray and trust in God for his protection, and I'd just leave it at that. There were all these masks and gloves. I thought it looked like a hysteria. And I love that, right? I prayed for God to protect me. I kind of left it at that. Well, here's the thing. God already sent you something. They're called scientists. And the scientists were saying, hey, this is a thing that you need to worry about. And maybe you need to listen to them. And so, look, now he admits later on, after, of course, he got the virus, he and his wife, that he was wrong. Now, they both ended up in ICU, intensive care. His wife is currently on a ventilator still. If she survives, and I hope she does, they're both going to have lifelong consequences as a result of downplaying this virus. It is incredibly nasty. Look, new reports out attacking, how it attacks kidneys and diabetics. Young people in their 30s are getting blood clots and stroking out. There's so much about this virus that we don't know and don't understand, and about the ways that it attacks the human body. We're just scratching the surface of what we know. But that's why we have to take, the word of the experts. We need to listen to the experts who are studying this day in, day out. This virus, though, doesn't mess around, and we should be taking it seriously. And I'm not saying 100% isolate yourself and never do anything, right? No, I'm saying if you got to go out, yes, you should avoid going out as much as you can. But if you're going to go out, socially distance and wear a mask properly. That's all. I mean, that's what we asked for, right? And now that's what Hitchens is trying to tell people. Now, he wrote this in a Facebook post, quote, this thing is nothing to be messed with. Please listen to the authorities and heed the advice of the experts. Looking back, I should have wore a mask in the beginning, but I didn't, and perhaps I'm paying the price for it now. But I know that if it was me that gave it to my wife, I know that she forgives me, and I know that God forgives me. Well, I mean, again, I hope she survives. I hope she recovers, and then we'll see if she forgives you. But look, the whole thing is we don't want people dying, right? We don't want any more death. We've had enough. 86,000 people, and it's going to continue. That's why we're trying so hard. That's why we're screaming from the rooftops. Please take it seriously. Take this seriously. That's why we're also urging the federal government to do something more, to take it seriously, because it's not a joke. It's not a joke. This is only going to get worse if we don't do what's necessary. We need masks. We need to continue social distancing. People need to use hand sanitizer, right, in their public space, in public spaces. They need to do as much sheltering in place as they can, and of course the government needs to continue to support and actually support workers and small businesses while they're shut down, and they need to have a plan. Now I know it sucks. I know I look. I don't want to socially distance anymore. I don't want to be locked in my house. I want to go out golf. I want to have some fun. I want to enjoy my life. But unfortunately, we can't do that. We've got to be an adult, and understand that it's not just about us. It's about everyone. It's about everyone else. And what you do, especially with this virus, affects everyone else. And understand that when people die, you can't bring them back. And that's the thing. You can't bring them back by being like, "Oh my God, boy, what did I mess up? Gee, I'm really sorry." Well, it doesn't work like that. So, for God's sakes, man, listen to the experts and do not do what this guy did. And look, take it from him. It's not worth it. Do the right thing. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.